I gave it to a squirrel who then took it up to a tree and was holding it up. It's a movement.
Did you know, I'm assuming you had to have known, that Heinz ketchup was created in Pittsburgh?
Oh.
Everybody talks about it all the time,
know,
right?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah. Have you heard the recent Heinz controversy?
I have not.
A lot of restaurants have been buying just wholesale ketchup and filling Heinz bottles with them.
Oh, so why? Because it's cheaper or it tastes better?
Well, just because it's cheaper to buy other ketchup.
Yeah.
But customers have this like attraction to Heinz, like this reliance.
They're very loyal.
But the ketchup is different shades. Heinz is a specific red.
Okay.
So Heinz started making these labels that have their shade on it. And it says if it's not this, it's not Heinz.
Oh.
Yeah.
And do they post a picture, like a Pantone thing of it in every restaurant, like framed so people can compare and contrast?
So. I think they're trying to do that.
That's very serious.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a big...
So this is like a scandal that's happening at the moment or has been happening?
Yeah.
Are you going to make a video about this?
It's a pretty good idea.
Okay. You're welcome. It happens
Thank
here.
you.
Yeah. Okay. I will be patiently waiting for this.
Intellectual property.
I'll get it cut. It's fine.
You also love Broadway, but you kind of scaled back from that because you said that the singing aspect of it.
Yeah.
I have an idea though.
What's your idea?
So when you were a teen, you wrote a book called Earth Hates Me.
Once again, lived many a life.
Many lives. How would you feel about doing an adaptation of that for Broadway?
Oh my God. You should be my manager.
We're making things happen right now.
You have some great ideas.
Yeah, how does 10% sound?
You know,
you are one of the co-founders of an all-female-led jam session called Femme Jam. Sometimes I like to propose unsolicited advice and business endeavor ideas.
Tell me.
So if you guys were, I don't know if you currently have any merch or anything like that, but if you were to start selling jars of jam called Femme Jam, what flavors would you like to do? Because I think everybody likes some jam.
That's so cute.
Who doesn't? It's fine. I'll get a cut.
Well, we should talk about this. We should actually talk about this. I don't, whatever are like more feminine leaning flavors, and I don't know what that would
maybe floral notes, some fruity vibes.
Right.
Maybe we go off of like the color of the fruit too. It's really, we can talk offline about this.
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay, amazing. Yeah. Femme Jam coming soon.
Yeah, Femme Jam.
To a store, online.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Show near you. Why not?
We have rehearsal tomorrow, and so I'm going to
bring it to the group. Okay, great. And you keep me posted.
I've learned to like go with my first choice. You know, like the first thing I saw, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go with that.
Follow your gut.
You know, and not be like finicky about it. You know what I mean?
That's how you kind of ordered today too.
I did,
yeah.
I was like, oh, I'm gonna keep looking, but I was just like,
But you knew.
I'm gonna try it out.
You knew.
You know?
Okay.
If you see chicken and waffles, you gotta try it out.
Yeah. Have you ever been to Roscoe's? And is the hype real? Because it's something I've never been able to partake in, unless all of a sudden I started eating chicken. It's one of Snoop Dogg's most absolute favorite places.
Yeah. It's good.
Lives up to the hype?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it depends what you order, but it's really good.
What do you order? Or what? I mean, there's so many variations of things there.
It's like the chicken breast with biscuits. I don't get the chicken and waffles at Roscoe's. I have though. Yeah, it's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, one day, or if they ever do like a cauliflower waffles, maybe I'll be able to.
Roscoe's cauliflower and waffles.
Yeah, it may not be as easy of a sell, but
they
may get a whole new clientele. We don't know.
Oh, I'm sure they will.
Okay, Roscoe's. Wink. Like, let's see what happens.
I feel like land is hyper intense now to me because I've been at ships now for 6 years.
Yes.
I come back and I still have sea legs, which I think you mentioned, and then I was like, but that's how I've been feeling this way.
Yes.
Because you're floating so much.
Yes. Your core strength must be exceptional.
It's unbelievable.
Okay.
I can do the yoga pose where you put your hand above and then you, like a tree. I think it's called tree pose.
Very good.
Yeah. For a long time.
Wow.
My planking, coincidentally.
Oh.
I can walk the plank. My plank is really good.
Wow.
I think we're talking like 4 minutes.
What?
Yeah. Before I even start to burn.
What? Now you're just bragging. Now you're just showing off.
I can plank here later.
Okay, yeah, that'll be the bonus footage.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do that. Stay tuned.
Yes.
Set up an OnlyFans just for that. Watch
Yeah.
me play.
That's actually not a bad OnlyFans idea.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, it doesn't have to be what people think it has to be. You know?
Do you guys want to watch me plank every day?
People, there's something for everybody.
It's actually a genius OnlyFans idea.
It's fine, I'll only take 5%. Oh my God, how does that look? Is that
Yeah, it looks good.
I'm getting everything? Okay. Cheers, thank you. This is insane. My God. This is like, so when are you opening up your restaurant? Seriously, well, I mean, speaking of restaurants, your mom has a restaurant, right?
2 actually.
2.
Yeah.
And so is this a dish that's served there?
No.
This is a birth original.
It's a classic and like Italian culture, just like basically like a cacio e pepe with like some zucchini and like a little bit of like olive oil with like a comfy garlic rosemary thing that I did.
You say it so casually.
No, but
like...
because it's really simple. Like I think you know, American culture, people don't even think that like cooking is something that is accessible. I feel that it's much easier to just like pull up your phone and like look at Uber Eats and stuff, but like the fees are crazy and like it just costs so much to like get some very like average food and that you don't even know like what's in it, you know?
Well,
and so
I think that pasta is like a scary dish too to get from delivery, right? It's not coming out like this. That is for certain.
I would never do that.
Yeah, and it depends on the kind of rice too. So like,
okay,
like we always made like the long grain jasmine rice. And also my mom has like this real like fancy, expensive, I don't know if it's expensive, but it's a real fancy like rice cooker. Ooh. It's not like the $20 one you get at Target or something, you know what I mean?
Wow, so what did this one do? Did it like
I feel
wash
like,
the dishes as well?
No, I feel like you just have more room for like a little bit of error. You know, you put a little bit too much or too little water, it still comes out good.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Oh, wow.
But it's important, you know, you gotta wash it a few times and do the little finger measurement. You know what I mean?
That's what he preaches as well.
Yeah,
okay, so yeah, it's not a, what do they call it, a gate-kept secret, but it's just something that I think people don't venture to figure out or know or realize because these methods are out there.
Yeah, and you know, rice is like, we make it so frequently all the time, so it's just, you know, you wash it real quick, do the measurement, and you know, you keep it moving, you know what I mean?
So I like to make, sometimes I'll make like some sort of eggs, like, you know, basic, like get some bread. There's this place, I think Bien Cuit is what it's called, or something like. They have like good bread. So sometimes I'll get like a baguette and then just have some like scrambled eggs with like seasoning, whatever, you know what I mean? Something simple like that, or make oatmeal with, during the winter especially, I got into the routine of like making like apple compote.
Oh, how do you do that?
Just like boil it, or you wouldn't boil them. I guess like just cooking the apples with like brown sugar and cinnamon and stuff, and then just pouring it over the oatmeal. It was a really nice morning routine, I think, for the winter.
Yeah.
Because I like freelance, so I don't necessarily have to go to the office or anything. I just like work from home, so I like wake up and spend 30 minutes to an hour like making breakfast.
It's kind of.
I don't know if you have any experience with like road trips or touring.
I do not.
But like you also know like when you're stopping off at a lot of different places, you're gonna see like the same sort of like fast food options, right?
That's true.
And after like day 3, it's like I don't want any of that stuff.
Yeah.
And so we stopped in Wyoming, and I just really wanted sushi. And it's a bad decision. I make a lot of bad decisions.
Oh no! Wait, why was
like
that?
Food decisions.
Why was that a bad decision? And we're not going to shout out the place unless you liked it. But was the sushi was it an interesting choice to get
sushi in Wyoming. No shade to Wyoming.
I mean, there's just like no body of water like in the general vicinity of Wyoming, I think. So yeah, like you would think it was bad, actually. You would think it was really bad. I got sashimi, actually. I didn't even get like a California roll.
You're like, we are not disguising anything here. We're having it
as
it's meant to
We're gonna
be.
get the purest form of this like premium Wyoming deliciousness.
Oh my God.
Honestly, it wasn't as bad as you would think.
Okay.
It really wasn't.
That's good and you didn't get sick?
I didn't get sick. I didn't get sick. And I have a sensitive stomach.
What's the funniest food? The funniest food. Hot dogs.
Ah. Why?
Weird.
Okay. Like, it's not kielbasa, it's not hot sausage.
Okay.
It's a mixture of other styles of meat and extras.
Sure.
It's a white bun. Relish I'm into. I love relish.
Okay. Not funny.
Not funny. But I guess hot dogs, it's like...
And the way they look.
Yeah, the way they look. Also, there's dogs shaped like them. I think that's the funniest food. There's also the Monte Cristo that was at Bennigan's that I think is one of the funniest, weirdest meals. Have you ever gone to Bennigan's?
Probably once in my life.
I worked there.
Okay.
It's
What
like
was
a
that like?
deep fried. Oh, it was actually fun. But deep fried. Funny enough, sort of like the stuffed jack from Belize. I'm about to say. It's a deep fried, soft dough stuffed with ham and cheese, though.
Okay.
A little different.
Okay.
Actually, a lot different. And then dipped with raspberry jam.
Raspberry jam. That is an unexpected condiment I was not prepared for.
Powdered sugar on top.
And this worked, or that's why it was funny?
It's 1,400 calories.
Do you think that it was a joke on the menu and they just said, let's see what people do?
And people did it.
And people did it. Did anybody enjoy it?
Yeah.
Ordered it again?
Or some people would be like, some people would go, I feel really sick right now.
And you're just like, power through, it gets better.
And they go, can I have a box?
To throw up in? I am curious, what is Ruby Toast? Do you have a toaster that toasts
Who told you about Ruby Toast?
your face on it?
I have Ruby Toast.
Okay.
So when I was like 17 or like about to leave for college, getting all my stuff for like my dorm and stuff, my mom surprised me one day. So I was like at school, it was like my second month of college, and I got a package and I was like, awesome, I love getting gifts.
Who doesn't?
Who doesn't? And my mom, by the way, never a gift giver unless it's like an occasion. So when my mom sends me like a package that's like not something like toothpaste or something that I like requested her to send me,
yeah,
it's like, okay, this is a big deal. So I saw that I had a package from my mom and I was like, okay, like what's
she up to?
this? And I open it up and it's this toaster, and on the front of the toaster it's all white and it just has like a photo of me. And I was like, thank you for the toaster, that's awesome. And then one of my roommates at the time like used it. She was like, oh, I want to like make toast. They come back in the room and they're like, Ruby, like, why is your face on my toast? They look at the toast. The toaster has like built-in ruby in it so that when you toast the bread, it like burns it with my face on it. It's like the Glee episode Cheeses, but Ruby. Ruby-asis. So
I've never seen the show.
Oh, you've never seen Glee?
But most people will know exactly what this
know
is. Yeah, they know.
Yeah, it's my brand. So
no, as it should be.
So Ruby Toast, and then I started going pretty crazy with it. I took Ruby Toast outside. I gave it to a squirrel who then took it up to a tree and was holding it up. And then I got some great photos. I can send you all these photos. I got some great photos of the squirrel in the tree holding up the Ruby Toast. It's a movement.
Yes. There was a spot, it no longer exists, but when we were kids, we went to this place and it was this like barbecue shop and they served bat.
No.
Yes, girl.
What?
They served bat.
How was this prepared? What?
Girl, yes.
Like they came out on the plate and it's just not spread eagle, but I guess
Open.
spread bat.
Splayed.
Ah, okay.
And you would kind of just like, it was.
Did it have the fur?
I honestly, at this point, I don't.
Have you wiped it from your memory?
I tell now, like telling the story later years, because that used to be like my gag.
Oh.
Now telling the story later years, I'm like, that was really messed up.
You've had some food adjacent jobs in the past.
Yeah.
One of which you said was working for DoorDash. Is that accurate?
Yeah, I did work for DoorDash.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so you tell this story that involves a kind of a delivery snafu involving cookies.
Okay.
Is this sounding familiar?
This is one of my TikToks, right?
It is,
Yeah.
yes. Okay. So again, wasn't sure if it was a bit or
it is true,
if,
but what
okay.
happened?
So I shall tell you your own story.
Okay.
So you are going to a cookie establishment, no free pub, and you're picking up an order for a customer, and while waiting, you decide to order some for yourself. And you order, if I'm not mistaken, a white chocolate macadamia nut cookie for yourself.
Yes.
No idea what the other person ordered. You start eating some cookies, later to find out that the other person who has a nut allergy got your cookies. This happened.
This did happen, yes. I
What
remember this now.
what was the flavor that the other person ordered that tasted so similar? Because I feel like,
Yeah.
no offense, I feel like white chocolate macadamia, pretty specific.
I think it's pretty specific too.
Yeah. So at what point were you eating a cookie
I just got a white chocolate chip cookie.
without the macadamia
Yeah, I
nuts?
think I was eating it just like, guess macadamia nuts don't taste like a lot.
Yeah.
Because I remember buying it, being like, oh, this is weird. Like, I don't really know what macadamia nuts taste like, so I bought that.
Oh, so you had no baseline for
No.
what it should have
It was
been.
like, I kept delivering from this cookie place.
Okay.
And people were buying it, and I was like, what is that?
What's the appeal?
So I bought one.
and you were
then I
like,
was like, this
it's
is
fine.
fine.
Yeah.
And this one guy was like, they're not fine. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much the worst like variety mix-up that you could get because
That's true.
you had no idea what it was supposed to be. They were getting the white chocolate, but then also had. Did they go into like anaphylactic shock? Like what?
I don't know.
Did you get
I
like
didn't
all
get
of
a
that
tip.
information? Well.
No, that's one of those things. Maybe it's anxiety, or maybe it's just having another DoorDash order to get to. Where you're pretty quickly like, that's over.
Is it like where you would develop people's film, or was it like where people come and get like their glamour shots, portraits?
The latter. Yeah.
I was hoping so.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it was a lot of that, but it was also a lot of babies.
Oh.
A lot of like big families.
Oh my.
Like families of like 30 people. It was crazy actually.
And are they doing this for all sorts of reasons? Like, is this for their holiday cards? Is this for like celebrations and whatnot? Easter? I don't know what people do large photos for necessarily, but you can tell me, I'm sure.
Yeah, they would do like little like panoramic printouts maybe of like if it was like a big family. We have this like deal where you come in for a shoot. There's like no upfront fee, and you get a free 8x10. You don't have to buy anything.
What?
So, yeah.
That's not a very good business model.
It's not good at all because
dear.
then like this whole family would come in. I would pose them. Pictures were great. They loved them. They got their free 8x10, and then they were out the door.
But you got paid regardless, right?
I got paid.
Okay.
I got paid.
So
I
it
was
wasn't
fine.
like it wasn't like you were working on commissions.
Yeah, I mean, I was a little bit, but I mean, like,
Oh.
it didn't matter. I mean, like, I would do the same thing.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Any crazy or wild stories that happened there?
Let me think here.
Okay. Babies seem like they would be a hard one to do, though, right?
They're tough. Yeah, because sometimes they would bring them in like
Already screaming and crying.
they were just born.
Oh my. Very fresh.
Like fresh little.
Oh, does that become very? I would be so nervous because I'd be like, oh, you're so fragile.
You gotta like curate the environment. You know what I mean?
Do they train you to do that at the studio?
I had a really good manager
Okay.
that helped me out. It was actually interesting because when I got that job, I wasn't a photographer at all. They just hired me.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Yeah.
So let's start from sizes, diameter, right? Because that's important. Because like obviously in Italy, I don't know if actually some people don't know, but we have our own personal pizzas. Like usually, you know, unless you're going to like a pizza al taglio place, which is like, you know, it's like the square pizza or like, it's really rare to like see the big slices of pizza the way that they are here. Like it's way more common to just have a personal pizza that's like usually goes from this big for like Neapolitan. Sometimes you have the super thin ones, pizza fina. These are good. Some of them are like really big. They don't even fit on the plate.
Oh dang.
That's my favorite type of pizza, by the way. Like the pizza fina, because it's just like so crispy and like light and so good.
Wow.
So, you know, you cut it in like triangles, and then this is how I do it. You just like lift it up. Again, like the triangle would be a lot smaller.
Sure.
It would just be like.
We'll use our imagination.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And then you just lift it up and you eat it.
Do you fold it though?
It depends.
Or is that just for this purpose because it's too wide?
No, I mean, you definitely like need to grip it, right?
Yeah.
Like there needs to be a little bit of a grip. So
Yeah.
you have to break the crust here.
Okay, so this is the whole technique.
I'm just realizing that it's a whole technique as we're speaking because like I never thought about it before.
It's second nature for you.
Yeah.
Have you ever forgotten a line or a lyric of yours when you were performing?
I think so. Definitely during rehearsal. For sure. While I was performing, is a little bit, I don't know, like I don't think I've ever just straight out forgotten, but I've definitely like just missaid a lyric before, or it's tough because I feel like it's hard. Because you just never stop. So I feel like if I did, I would just like act like I didn't.
Right.
So I'm trying to remember now, like about times.
Well, if anybody else is a performer out there, and that might be something that they want to avoid making into a scene, what would be a good recovery, or like how do you glaze over that, or what do you do if that were to happen?
Sometimes, like if it happens to the point where you do notice it, sometimes it's fun to just like notice it and like laugh about it. Like there have definitely been times where like whether it was a lyric or just like something is going wrong, or let's say you start a song and it's just like not the fun, like you have to like do a little quick reset.
Yeah.
You could just like reset and everybody's just gonna like laugh, and then the minute you get everybody like back in, everybody already forgot about whatever happened, you know?
Right.
It's like it's just like the energy of being present. So I think being present will always overcome like any mistakes that you make. You know?
Yeah. And just making it a human moment too.
Yeah, it's just a human moment.
Where it's that happened. Let's keep it moving.
Yeah. There's one time where like my computer, because I use like vocal effects, and so I have to use my computer on stage. And one time I literally had to like restart my computer like in the middle of a set because everything was just like, it was weird, and I knew I had to restart it. So I just had to restart it.
And what do you do in that moment? Do you do some like crowd work? Do you have people sing? Do they put on some like house music? Like what?
I think I asked like if anybody had any jokes or something.
Oh, really?